Paper Mario the Origami King launched a new trailer with gameplay. I'm here to watch it and react to it and also talk about the possibility of partners and a badge system. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. I've had 5 birthday parties the last few days, so I was pretty busy, but I'm really excited to watch this. Now, what you're looking at here is specifically the UK website, which has the most information about this game. I highly recommend you check out their website, and I'm going to go through that after I watch the trailer. So first of all, let's get to this trailer and actually react to it. Alright, I'm really excited for this. Now this looks the exact same as the last trailer so far, but I must say the graphics for this game look spectacular. It does look like a sequel to Color Splash in terms of graphics, but I love this origami and the entire paper-crafted world. So Peach is origami. Here we have confetti filling in those gaps, so that was really neat. Man, Karibo's shoe and going around the desert, that actually looks really fun. It looks more open world. I like the chain chomp. We have the blooper battle again, that was cool.
Paper Mario.
I do like the logo for the game. That looks pretty neat. Alright, so hopefully this stuff's new. A heroic adventure unfolds. So there we have Olivia. I like the gondola ride. That looks cool. That reminds me so much of Wind Waker. That looked like Kamek was your partner, so that's exciting. We have another partner following Mario, some more potential partners. Underground sewer system, maybe underneath Toad Town. Kamek's following, so maybe Kamek's one of your partners as well. The graphics there look so cool. That bridge looks exactly like the original Paper Mario game, where you like unfold a bridge. They've done that in a few games. The rapids look good. That looks like a mini game almost. I love that part of the ocean. Hopefully that's cool. So these are all different types of mini games in origami, which is really neat. Companions, please be partners. Maybe it's just another word for partners. A colorful cast of characters. Alright, so let's actually learn about some of these people. We already know about Olivia. And Olivia is the sister to the Origami King. King Ollie's sister, of course. So she's going to try and be more involved. I wonder if she's kind of like Navi in the game with The Legend of Zelda, just always at your side, always helping out. Looks like there's a toad in the garbage can over there. So hopefully Bob-omb, he's lost his memory, so he has amnesia. Professor Toad, I love that. He has character, look at him. He actually has a design. He's wearing something unique. Kamek cleans, I guess, so maybe you're going to be using her broom, or the broom, as her ability. I love those little text boxes that are back, kind of from Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door. Spin and slide in the ring system. Nice, if you touch the enemy in the field, you go into this battle screen, so I love that part of this. And when you're doing this, there's a timer in the right-hand corner. That makes me a little bit worried. I don't love the time aspects of things. It always makes it a little bit stressful. So you line them up, which is cool. And then you're trying to align them so that you can face off against them. But look at the toads in the background. That's so neat. Slide option we did not see in the last trailer, so that's neat. You can slide from one side of the arena to the other side. And then you're attacking and you're choosing what to attack with. So that almost looks like you have more customization, maybe. The HP here is 50, so this is probably pretty early game. And it looks like at the top left there's a green mushroom, so maybe that is the, like a life shroom? The tail, nice, Fire Tanuki is back, Fire Mario is back, and we also have the POW block. Is this a battle? You face off against pencil crayons? At least I like the font. The font looks really cool. But hold on, this feels so much like, maybe almost like Color Splash, but more like Sticker Star. Colored pencils. Okay, this explains the rubber band. You're battling against the rubber band. You're battling against tape. They really took this whole origami thing really far. But I kind of miss creative bosses, like previous games had with like Bone Tail or like General Guy. I thought those were way more creative, unique bosses than facing off against pencil crayons, tape, and rubber bands. So we'll have to see how this is. This is neat. So you're building a path, and in this case, it looks like the boss is in the middle of the arena instead of you. And you're making a path to get to the boss. You can use thousand-fold arms in the battle, so that's neat. I love that font. That's at least really neat. But the bosses, that's so weird. Okay, collectibles galore. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Badges, star pieces, coins. Okay, so you're collecting toads, or finding toads? Maybe you have to find like 100 of them in the world. that are folded up into origami, it seems. Like that dog. I think it was a dog. Was a toad.
And, yep. You guessed
There's
it,
no way I
a
would have
toad.
seen that one. That's an egg. That didn't even look like origami to me. The coins even look like they're rotating in their origami, so that's kind of neat. That is a lot of toads.
You can also toss confetti
More
to
confetti
repair
tossing?
holes
Okay, that
torn
looks
in
pretty
the
neat. That
last
toad looks like it has wings or like an angel, so that's pretty cool. Oh, that explains the... We have on the top left, we have the bag. That's probably the confetti bag. And you're throwing the confetti and it goes out eventually. So you have to get it replenished probably from battles. Thousandfold arms underwater. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Spinning as like a little mini game. We caught that fish, I think, in the last trailer too. We've seen those ninjas already. Alright, maybe that's a bat boss. I hope that's a boss. Oh my, that on the platform there, that's really remind me of Wind Waker. I'm getting a lot of Wind Waker vibes actually from this game. When you're kind of on the side of a platform and you're trying to stay on the side or like sidle. The graphics just look so good. I was really hoping a Chain Chomp would maybe be your partner in this game. That would be so cool. What is this? Was Mario just on a blue dragon facing off against a fire thing? I've got to go back and take a look at that in a second. July 17th. The game is out in just over a month. Okay, that's really, really exciting. All right, there was way too much in this trailer. I definitely have to rewatch. Let's rewatch a little bit of this, or at least go through whatever jumps out at me. So the beginning of the trailer all seems like it's the exact same. So right here, it looks like we're going to fill in parts with confetti. And I think the bag in the top left here, it looks like that's probably emptying as you're throwing the confetti. It probably takes quite a bit of confetti to fill this spot. I love that you can see the scaffolding here and everything, so that looks really neat. I love that aspect, so that's pretty cool. And I'm just looking around here. I love the art on the walls, by the way. I didn't mention that at all. So it looks like this might be this looks like a restaurant, like a Goomba restaurant. There's Goombas all around the stage here, but like this wine bottle on the side and the food it looks like on the wall, I really like that. And like this guy's face down, that looks pretty funny.
The paper-crafted universe.
Okay, so what else really jumped out at me in this trailer? This open world part looks really cool. Actually, I'm just going to mute this just so that I can discuss it maybe a little bit more. Okay, so it looks like maybe Olivia's with you the entire game. I really like the look of the gondola rides, and it almost looks like we're going to have gondola rides maybe in multiple sections of the game. This area looks like it's pretty sprawling and expansive. We can see a little maybe pipe up here in the corner, and I love how there's the question mark block, and you got coins and everything. The graphics here look fantastic. I love this look. We kind of have like a desert-ish stage, maybe with wheat fields. Maybe it's wheat fields into the look of autumn, which looks really fantastic in my opinion. Okay, like I said, Wind Waker vibes. I love the fact that it looks like these guys are following you as partners. So it really does look like Kamek and Bob-omb are following you. So I'm hoping that's the case. But a lot of people tweeted at me and said, don't get too excited about the partners. So I don't know what that means. We do have a lot of characters that seem like they're kind of from all the main Mario games all combined. This kind of feels like it's an amalgamation of all the Paper Mario games, like the graphics of Color Splash kind of updated a little bit, concepts from Sticker Star, concepts like the crowd from Thousand Year Door, a little bit of the original as well, lots of mini games, which I'm excited for. I'm all about variety in games. I think that works really, really well. So we have different people introducing themselves to Mario, which is a colorful cast of characters. Okay, so first, of course, we get Olivia. We already know a lot about her, as I said. But I'm more interested to learn about the ones we don't know about, and even something like the Chain Chomp right there. So I'm wondering, like, I would love to have a Chain Chomp as a character that's a side partner. I think in the Thousand Year Door, you had all these partners, same with the original Paper Mario game on the N64, but also in the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, Luigi had a ton of partners, and he was going off on his own side quests and everything like that. So I, like, really wish we could have our own Chain Chomp partner or something. That would be really cool. I'd be down for that. I think that'd be awesome. So it looks like this is one of my favorite parts of the trailer. You know that memory loss thing? What's it called? Ambrosia. Amnesty. Thinky Thinky Panic? I'm pretty sure this is a reference to Doki Doki Panic, which is Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. And that game introduced to us a lot of characters that we've never had before in the Mario Kingdom that are in this game. So maybe Birdo is going to be in this game too. That would be kind of cool. Because Birdo first came from Doki Doki Panic. So here we have Professor Toad, which I'm hoping to be one of your partners as well. Now this is kind of interesting. Are you one of the ancient ones? Tell me. It looks like Professor Toad is talking to Olivia. And we have this ancient text-looking stuff here that almost looks like it's like Toad. Maybe really ancient Toad font. This looks like it's in the same area as that giant Toad castle that we saw previously. That was a really big tower, I should say. So maybe she's part of this like original type of race that is all about like what this game's structured around and King Ollie and everything like that. So archaeologist Professor Toad, it looks like, reminds me a lot of Paper Mario 64, where we had an archaeologist the whole time. Colorado, I think his name was. So Kamek. Kamek's joining you, and I think they mentioned the broom. This would be hilarious if the broom cleans things up and that's her ability. Usually partners in Paper Mario have abilities. So bombs would explode. We have maybe like Cooper or Koops, they would jump on their shell and let it launch. Parakarry and, well, Parakarry would deliver mail to different characters. And Yoshi and Parakarry, we would actually let you go across little gaps. So maybe Kamek's going to be cleaning things up with this broom, which would be really funny because Kamek usually has a broom. Not always, but I would think usually. Here it looks like Bowser, so I'm wondering if Bowser's going to be a little bit playable. Bowser has been playable in previous Paper Mario games, as has Princess Peach and some of the other characters. Here we have, it looks like, a few of like the sidekicks at least coming together. I wonder if Bowser Jr. is going to be on your side the entire game as well. So kind of like previous Paper Mario games where it flips the script a little bit, there's a new villain, and we have some of the things that, or characters that would usually be your villains, now on your side, which I'm completely for. Here is the most other interesting thing for me in the trailer. They said your partners can battle with you. So it looks like Bob-omb is participating in battle, 20 HP. I wonder, not 20 HP, but 20 attack. I'm wondering if you can actually control the partner and choose what it is doing like you could in previous Paper Mario games with attacks. Or if it's just like on autopilot. I'm not really certain. So spin and slide. This was kind of interesting. I love that you encounter the enemy in the field and go back to the battle screen. I like that. Mario's in the middle. We have the crowd-based system like we did in the Paper Mario game for the 1,000-Year Door. And they're also commenting with small text boxes, which I really like. Now, it looks like it says slide it, maybe? That's hilarious. So they're helping you out kind of in the background. So you're trying to line up enemies and put them close together to help yourself out and to battle a little bit better. But not only are you doing that, it looks like, you can also, I think, slide, not just spin. So I think what they're trying to show here is that you spin it first to try and line these two guys up, and then this slides it all the way across the arena. So I really like this fact that you have more tactical ability to kind of like make yourself a better battler in the Paper Mario system. So I'm completely for this. This looks awesome. The timing system means you have to slide and try and figure out these little puzzles as fast as possible. I guess if you had unlimited time, you could just try and slide them all over the place. Maybe you have a certain number of moves, which makes sense. You can also buy time, which would explain why you're in the thousands of coins. This is an insane amount of coins that probably just goes up from here. You probably have the ability to go into 9,999 coins, I would think. Maybe over 10,000 coins. We'll see when the game actually comes out. So I wonder if you just pay for more time, but the timing aspect always stresses me out a little bit in games. So attack power up. That's pretty cool. Then here, I wonder if we actually got a good shot. It just said Mario's turn, but do we actually select what we're choosing before we battle? So we line them up, and immediately after that, it looks like we're choosing between weapons and items, and right now we have shiny boots equipped, but not much else it looks like. And it does look like there's action commands. So it looks like you're jumping on the enemy, and you're probably hitting the A button, for example, to then jump like previous Mario games, because we have excellent coming up on screen here. So it looks like action commands are up in battles, which has always been a staple of the Paper Mario series. You got the shiny hammer, so we're using that in battle as well. That's cool. I like that. And here, I don't think we've ever seen this region before. This looks like an ice region, so I'm not sure where this would be in the game. Make him feel the burn, says one toad. Hot, 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 says another toad. I like that. The fire suit is back. It looks like we also have the tail returning. Tail attack. Maybe, like, this looks really cool. I love this. So they brought back some of those. And I think after this we have the POW block. That's right. Use the POW block. Come on. So I wonder if these toads are giving you hints before you make your decisions. So here, they might have been saying that before you actually use this. Or maybe if you wait long enough, maybe they start throwing out hints like that. If you're trying to speedrun this game, maybe you wouldn't get them as fast. And this is really interesting. So here, you have a lot of different things to choose from. So boots, shiny iron boots, the hammer, shiny hammer. And someone did tweet something at me that I'll talk about in a moment about the items and everything. But just going into these bosses. Now, first of all, the colored pencils, as I said, I'm looking for bosses that are a bit more... I mean, these are definitely creative. There's no question. But I would much rather face off against bosses that are like Bone Tail, like from 1,000-Year Door. That's a really creative paper dragon that I loved from that game. General Guy is also one of the staples from the original Paper Mario game. Facing off against pencil crayons. Really love the font here, but it looks like this is one of the bosses. I do like how they flip the script here, and that Mario is not in the center, and the boss is in the center, so that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. It looks like the ribbons or streamers, they have King Ollie's signature on here. So I'm wondering maybe if you get to the base of where these ribbons are, because you see them scattered throughout the whole world. Probably if you find the origin of the ribbon, where it comes from, that's where you're facing off against these bosses, I would imagine. So this is the red boss, and it's in a red pencil case, or colored pencil case. The rubber band that we thought was so weird from the previous trailer, so he's back, and this explains we're battling off against him, so that's kind of cool. This is kind of, like, he's creepy. What are the toads saying about him? Let's see if we can actually see what the toads are saying. I went a little bit too far. Let's just try and see this one more time. I'll try and pause this. Ew. Yeesh. Nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel is right. This guy looks just haunting. That's hilarious. And then tape. Like, fighting off against tape, I don't know how many people are like, yeah, let's fight tape. I think we also have King Ollie's little logo there on the side, which is kind of neat. But I don't know how many Paper Mario fans are really excited about facing off against tape. Now, this looks kind of cool, actually, with the pencils. That's at least unique that they're firing off. Look at how much damage they're doing, though. 2, 2, 2, 2 every time they fire. Jump with a guard plus. So it looks like you're equipping something right there, which I definitely need to discuss. So you're equipping a guard plus, so that's cool. So you can, like, super guard or something like that. Mario has 160 HP, by the way. That is a ton of HP. Ring moves, so you use ring moves first. I do like the fact that you're trying to, like, plan out what happens here. So if you start, and I guess this arrows are going to move Mario throughout the ring. This will take a little bit of getting used to, because right now, on first impression, it seems like it's really hard for me to read this, but it looks like if you run over certain things, you're going to get a little bit of abilities or power-ups. It looks like there's a question mark here, maybe something that you can collect, almost like a letter, which looks pretty neat. I think they're making some good changes for the better here, but again, I'm not that excited about facing off against pencil crayons in a pencil case, but that font looks cool. And here you're using the Thousand-Fold Arms ability, which is from Olivia, from my understanding. You get the abilities, so that's kind of neat. Now, when they say collectibles, collectibles, lots of collectibles, really. Let's see what lots of collectibles galore. Now, I'm thinking like star pieces, coins, badges. You have FP, you have HP, you have a lot of customization and everything. So here it looks like we're collecting toads or finding toads throughout the kingdom. And from my interpretation, once we find all these toads, or once you find some of the toads, I would have never seen this one, by the way. I would have never thought that that was a toad. I love the drawings on the wall still. We got that carrot, which looks pretty cool. So it looks like all these toads are helping us out. It looks like these toads are unique to the toads that are in the crowd. Or maybe all the toads that you save eventually fill your crowd. I'd be okay with that. So how many toads do we have here? I'm going to start this red one. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. There's 36 toads surrounding Mario right now, and it looks like they're helping you in battle a little bit, which is neat. There's at least 36, so there's probably something like, I would imagine there's more. We have 60 HP here. I would imagine the game wouldn't end at 160 HP, I should say, with that life shroom. I think it would probably end at 200 HP, maybe more. So I think there's a minimum of 36 toads to collect throughout the world. I'm hoping more like 50 or 100. And it looks like Flashy Mushroom. I've never seen that one before. Flashy Mushroom, so that's kind of neat. Again, we're using the confetti with that toad statue with, it looks like angel arms, which looks pretty neat. Radio, I remember the radio back in Paper Mario in the village, the Koopa village. So that's pretty cool. I love finding like chests and hidden things and hidden treasures in games. The mini games do look really fun. That looks pretty interesting. I'm excited for that. And it looks like you're collecting trophies. Almost like Super Smash Brothers trophies. So here, number 44, collectible treasure. Paper, Macho, Koopa Troopa. So it looks like maybe you can play this game over and over again and collect a lot of them. It looks like there's at least 44 of those. So that is collectible treasure. That's cool. Some more collectibles. Here it looks like you're healing. Looked like you were healing by taking a sip of a potion or something like that. Maybe at a cafe. I like the Thousand-Fold Arms underwater there. And lining everything up, matching it up. That looks pretty neat as well. Catching fish. So this area looks about the same as the previous trailer. And I really hope we get to face off against this giant Hopefully we face off against these things and not just destroy them, but this isn't good. That makes sense. See-through, we kind of, like, maybe we have to fill this guy with confetti and make him into a person again, or make him into a creature again. And the thousandfold arms ability and saving things. I don't know how. That's really deep, by the way. This seems like really sad right here. Look at her. This looks so sad. I don't know how I can go on. I wonder if this is just after the start of the game, or if they were captured or something like that. Almost like Bombette was captured in the original Paper Mario game. We'll see. We got a save point here. We got to use confetti more. The fire effects look really unique. Really cool for this game. The Chain Chomp, I wish he joins you actually as a partner in the game, but if not, it's cool that maybe you're using the Chain Chomp. Maybe you threw it down here, now it's attacking everything down here, it looks like, for you. I don't know what to think of this cafe section. Or what looks to be a cafe. It reminds me a lot of when Mario was just sitting, drinking, and healing, by the way. So much damage, that's a ton. Look at all these toads surrounding you. Here we have a tropical theme, so maybe this is after you were in the boat. Maybe you're on an island at this point, 140 HP. This is so interesting. So Mario's definitely riding this dragon. Let's take a look at that again. So that's Mario riding an ice... It looks like an ice-breathing dragon. Game of Thrones and Paper Mario here. Facing off against... It's either a fire dragon or a fire bird. This almost looks like a Pokemon battle. This looks really neat. These are the kind of boss... So this is a boss. These are the kind of bosses that I'm excited for and hoping for, rather than the pencil crayons and tape and things like that. So that looks pretty cool. Alright, so Paper Mario. Wow. Alright, that trailer looks pretty good. That makes me feel a lot better about the game. I'm hoping they're actually listening to the fans, and it seems like they might be. Let's take a look at the website that people have been telling me to look at. So if you go here, there's a lot of information on this. I did read through this already before I even watched the trailer, which kind of ruined some stuff for me, but that's okay. So here it looks like, this almost looks like characters that might help you on your side. We have Bowser Jr., we have the Kamek that we were talking about, we have Bowser, and we obviously have some other characters that might help you on your quest. And the Origami characters that you've got to take down as well. Paper Pandemonium. I love these puns. It's terrible. That is hilarious. From this website. Okay, so unwrap. Look at this dancing here. Dancing with Shy Guys is Mario. That's great. I love the charm and characters in the games, especially when they make them unique characters and it's not the exact same over and over again. This is a little bit hard to read, but with the help of Olivia's paper folding powers, use the far-reaching 1,000-fold arms and other paper transformations to save those imprisoned by the Origami King's henchmen and help restore peace to the world. Alright, so when it says here we use the 1,000-fold arms and other paper transformations, I'm definitely getting ideas of Thousand Year Door. In that game, you could turn yourself into a paper airplane or a paper boat or into a paper roll. You could turn sideways and fit through really, really narrow areas as well. So it looks like Olivia gives you this ability in the game, but also other paper transformations. So I'm excited to see what those other transformations are. Hopefully Nintendo's holding on to some stuff to surprise us in the game. Alright, so after that, story, we've already learned a decent amount about the story, but we have the cast here. So you can go through all the cast of characters. You can read about Mario and Olivia and Ollie. But what I'm really excited for, first of all, I just want to mention Princess Peach. After being transformed into a folded soldier, Princess Peach is an origami shadow of her usual self. This reminds me a lot of Thousand Year Door when Princess Peach was taken over, by the way, and that is really neat. We also have Bowser, who's being folded up and humiliated by Ollie. Again, changing this game around and making Bowser possibly into one of your sidekicks. And you might actually play as Bowser at some point. Who knows? Maybe in that airship. But you could also maybe have him unfolded at some point, I hope. Luigi, by the way, this is really neat. With Mario off on his quest to defeat King Ollie, Luigi's determined to help his big bro. While you're off cutting streamers, Luigi goes on the hunt for the keys to Peach's castle. So Luigi, just like Thousand Year Door, is off on his own adventure, in this case trying to find keys. I'm wondering if Luigi will be playable for these moments so that you can find the keys yourself, almost like the original Paper Mario game, how you had the areas where you were playing as Princess Peach after each chapter. We have the folded soldiers that you have to battle against, and also all of the fun toads, who are fun guys, who you have to bash with your hammer and turn them back to normal. Now, along for the ride. During your quest to push back Ollie's forces, you'll cross paths with some quirky characters. give them a hand, or ask them for help, and they'll join you for a time, provided some well-needed company on your travels. They may even help out in battle. So this is what makes me a little apprehensive of calling these guys partners. I think they're probably more companions. So they join you occasionally, but not for the entire duration of the game. That would be unfortunate. I really hope that these guys are with you at all times. I would love to maybe have each of these have an ability. So it would look like Kamek can use maybe her or his. Her? Is Kamek a he or a she? I don't even know. Kamek's girl, right? So she could use her broom maybe to brush up maybe some of the areas. Maybe the Bob-omb could explode. Maybe Archaeology Toad or Professor Toad, maybe he can dig because he's got that thing and have abilities like they did in previous games. But if they're only joining you for a short time, I'm a little bit worried about that. They may even help you out in battle, which makes it seem like they might help you out occasionally. So this seems like it's a step in the right direction, but it's a little bit frustrating that they're not going to be your partners at all times. So gameplay, we're throwing that confetti, of course, to fill in gaps while you're doing this. Back in town, so I love that. The citizens of Toad Town. So it's confirmed that this is Toad Town that we've seen throughout the trailer. They're in desperate need of your help. They're bent out of shape. If you whack a troubled toad with your hammer to restore them to their former selves, and you send them on their merry way. As you save more and more toads, some of them will return to Toad Town, causing it to spring back to life, with shops and other locations opening back up for business. Make sure to return often to see what's open and stock up for the journeys ahead. So this is kind of like a leveling up system that as you unlock more and more toads, you go back to Toad Town and there's more to do, which I love. King of the Ring, we've learned about that already. Toad tip, talk about buying yourself time. Time is indeed money, so don't be afraid to spend some coins to extend the puzzle timer if you need a bit longer to decide what you're going to do next. Okay, so if you're struggling to line up enemies in battle, get us to cheer for you. Flash us some cash and we'll rush the stage to help. We'll clobber enemies, heal you up, and maybe even solve parts of a puzzle. So that's pretty cool. And then this talks about all the different bosses in the stages as well. Fully equipped. Okay, so this is interesting. You're going to get to choose between using different things in battle. So here we have a lot of different things that we can choose in the battle. Boots, shiny boots, iron boots, hammer, shiny hammer. More importantly, though, it looks like you can equip them, and what's also really neat is right here. Although fancy, these weapons will break after a while, so be sure you change things up every so often, meaning this is exactly like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You have items that you can use for a while, then they're probably going to show you that they're damaged a little bit. Like here, it looks like this one has like a little X on it. It looks like this hurl hammer is probably going to break soon. The other ones look like the shiny hammer looks like they're more strong. So they probably show you when they're about to break, and you can't use them in battle that much anymore, or else they will break, you'll consume them, and then you have to use something else. I don't mind that at all. It almost feels like these are badges. It just was really annoying in Sticker Star if you use them once and they're gone. And also in Sticker Star and Color Splash, it took way too long, in Color Splash in particular, to use any of your items. It took way too long. So I like this. This is okay for me. I don't mind that they break. A lot like Breath of the Wild. This is the most interesting thing from the website for me. This is accessories. This is almost like equipping badges. It looks like this one raises your HP a little bit during battle. We've got a little text screen over here. Probably, though, you can choose to wear one of these. I wonder if these can scroll down, and maybe instead of just 3, there's way more. I'm not really sure. It looks like this one might be a stopwatch, so maybe it gives you more time in battle. I don't know what this one does. The bells, who knows? There was a Boo Bell in in Mario Party games, so I'm not sure if this calls on the toads maybe to help you. And then here we have what looks like a token or a card. There was cards in previous Paper Mario games where you could get into places to play in like a casino to win more coins, to play mini games. Also, it might be the dojo. Maybe in the dojo you get like the silver credit or the gold credit and things like that, or the diploma eventually. So that would be really neat. Want to vary up your abilities even more with accessories? Boost Mario's skills both in battle and on the overworld, from giving you more puzzle solving time to allowing you to vacuum up confetti from farther away. So maybe that's what this does. Maybe these like help you like vacuum up confetti a little bit more from farther away or something like that. So that's really interesting. Magic up a solution. So we have these magic circles throughout the land. You're going to use your thousandfold arms to kind of help you solve these little parts of the game. So here, for example, it looks like you stand on this very specific spot with thousandfold arms, almost like the Thousand-Year Door reference with the name. You're going to open up this, and I guess water is going to now spew out of this to maybe allow us to venture forth more or continue throughout the game. We've got the gallery just with some images. The main image that I thought was kind of hilarious here is we got all these toads that are missing their faces. That looks pretty funny. I think most of the other images we have seen already throughout this. And then details. The only other thing I want to mention here is the download size. It says right here. It says 6624.00 megabytes. So 6.624 gigabyte file size. The languages: German, English, Spanish, French, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Dutch, and Chinese. And you can use the Pro Controller, of course. This game, it's out in just over 1 month. I'm really excited. I can't wait to play this, but I'm still a little bit apprehensive. It really does feel like it's amalgamating all the Paper Mario games together and bringing ideas. They moderately listen to the fans. I really, really wish they just made a game that was like Paper Mario 64 and Thousand Year Door, but I love the fact that we have those games and I can play those if I want. And this one feels like it's trying to combine Color Splash and Sticker Star and a little bit of Super Paper Mario with the different player characters as well, and the previous 2 games of the original games in the series. So I'm excited for this. I'm going to pre-order it now. I think they finally have me hooked. What are your thoughts about the partners, the battle system, everything that's going on in Paper Mario the Origami King, and are you going to pre-order it? If you do pre-order it, in different areas of the world, you can get different pre-order bonuses. In the United States, you can get a 2-pin set. One's Mario and one's Origami Peach. If you're in the UK, though, you can get origami sheets, from my understanding, but I have not been able to find anything for pre-order bonuses in Canada and Australia yet. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to like the video if you did like it, subscribe to the channel, and go collect them all. Keep smiling while gaming, everyone. Have a great day.